Nikhil, first of all, I just want to warmly welcome you on Filme Shilmy. I think it's
Yeah,
truly remarkable to be in conversation with you because I believe this is your first UK interview, and I just wanted to say, thank you so much for joining me.
right, right,
So,
right,
we're set to see you in Z5's Black Widows, which is obviously a very anticipated show on the platform.
right,
Tell us a bit about your
right.
character. I mean, I read up beforehand that apparently you had to smoke like 10 or 15 cigarettes a day to kind of prepare for it.
Yeah. So basically, my character was very interesting and something different than what I have usually done. So I've played like a school-going boy in Punch Beat, and I've played a kid, a school-going kid who's gonna turn 18 in my show after Punch Beat, which is Who's Your Daddy. But after that, I had like a character jump and a whole maturity in my character of what I played in Black Widows,
Hmm.
and it's a very different character because you can see a gray side and a very dark side of my character, which is called Jahan Sardesai. And I've not played like a negative character like that on screen as yet.
Wow. So it's quite a big jump for you then, I think, because I think we're all kind of used to seeing you in that.
Yeah, and Yeah, and the most exciting part is that I'm not only playing a dark character, but a character that is actually a stoner and that smokes a lot. And he's all about how to take people down to get his work done and stuff. So,
Hmm. Lovely. So how difficult was it for you to kind of switch modes then in that sense? Because like you said, because I guess an actor probably gets really comfortable playing a certain type of character like you did in Punch Beat and Who's Your Daddy. So
right,
how difficult was
right.
that switch for you for Black Widows?
That switch was a little tough initially because I had to watch a lot of shows that had characters like this playing or portraying dark sides or negative sides.
Yeah.
So initially, I was like, "How am I going to do it? Am I going to be able to do it? Am I going to come across like that serious character and portray that dark side that Jahan Sardesai is needed to play and stuff?" But I guess, yeah, my director was pretty much very happy with me, so I'm glad.
That's good. Well, if the director's happy, that means you've done your job well. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
obviously,
true.
given the fact,
It at the end of it just boils down to how well you played a character, so that's great.
yeah, absolutely. So given the fact that you're this new boy on the block, as they say, how satisfying and rewarding is it for you to kind of work with experienced actors like Mona Singh, Sharad Kelkar, and all the other cast members, Swastika as well? How helpful was it for you as an actor to kind of work with them?
So when I started with Punch Beat, all the kids in Punch Beat, like the parallel leads and the ensemble cast of Punch Beat, were pretty much doing the debut together. We were all debuting together. So we all were like growing together, learning together, and stuff like that. And then when I came to do Who's Your Daddy, the thing with Who's Your Daddy was that it was a very random ensemble cast of various age groups. So the graph was like quite absurd. And then when I came to Black Widows was a very different and superb experience because I was working with some fabulous actors and really senior actors.
Yeah.
Like I had, like you just mentioned, Mona Singh, Shahid Kelkar, Swastika Mukherjee, Shamita Shetty. So all these actors, Raima Sen, all these actors are experienced, great actors, and in the first initial days, I was very nervous. I was like, oh my God, am I going to like reach up to their level? Will I be able to do justice? Will I be able to, um, you know, uh, get at par with them and stuff like that? And then later on, I was like, yeah, I am pretty much doing a good job. And I was really happy to be amongst the great lot. So
Yeah.
it was a great experience. I got to learn a lot from them. Like when I was not shooting or my scene was not going on or in process, I used to sit behind the monitor and see like how my director used to direct the other actors.
That's good, actually. I think you have to be a practical learner as well. I think in this industry, it's very essential to be that. You know, you have to learn by observation. So I think that's something that I've
Right,
realized as well.
right, right.
Um,
Observing is very important.
yes. So since obviously a lot of newcomers and fresh talents are getting a lot of opportunities nowadays, how much of a blessing is it to be in the industry right now? Because obviously, like I said, you know, there's so much more platforms offering spaces and offering um, more perspective as well in terms of new talents. So how rewarding is it to kind of be in this industry right now?
Well, I would say it has its perks, and there are disadvantages and advantages of being a part of the industry currently or in the past. Like, for example, in the like previously in the past, if you were a part of this industry, you did not have so many various opportunities like web series, OTT platforms, films, shows, ad films, ads, commercials, montages, and so on and so forth. So that's a great opportunity for people like us who are newcomers and with great talent who want to really be out there and show people that we newcomers are also given opportunities too, which is great because it's not necessarily now to do a film in particular. You can do a great script on an OTT platform, or you can do a great script in a short film or an ad film, and you got various opportunities. So I feel we newcomers or the new guys on the block or girls on the block are really lucky and privileged to enter the industry at this particular time.
Sure. So I think another sort of question I wanted to ask you, Nikhil, actually, was
Right, right.
that we've seen you do a lot of work on the digital space and stuff. And I know we just literally talked about the perks and the disadvantages of entering the industry
Right,
at current.
right, right.
But would you say the digital space has it always been an area you've always aspired to kind of work in, or has it just worked out for you in that sort of way?
I wouldn't say that I was inspired by the digital space to work in, but I would say that scripts inspire me. So it's a film or a digital space or an OTT platform series or a short film or an ad film, whatever it is, a very interesting script is something that inspires me. So it's not like in particular I would want to work only on an OTT platform or only in films. I really something that really gets me going on a project is a very interesting and a gripping script.
Right. And a lot of times when I speak with fresh actors or new actors, and I think they often say that, you know, they want to kind of be that Bollywood hero, that they sort of aspire to sort of work in Bollywood and stuff like that. But would you say is that the pinnacle for you as well as an actor? I mean, how would you describe your vision?
Well, I would say, actually, I have a lot of people who keep asking me things like, so down the line, do you want to become the star or do you want to become a hero or do you want to like do commercial mainstream films? I tell them only one thing that it's nothing to do with a hero or a star or mainstream films. Like I've said before, I want to do great scripts. If great scripts come to me as a hero, like they call it in Bollywood, great. If it comes to me as a parallel lead, superb. If it comes to me as a character sketch, I would love it. I mean, it's the character. I like characters that are meaty and I have a challenging role to play.
Sure. And I know before Punch Beat happened, I believe you were associated with a lot of like big brands before you got a role in Punch Beat. So what was your journey like
Right.
up to getting Punch Beat? I mean, how difficult was it to get it?
Well, Punch Beat was never on my platter. It was never my plan of action. I started. my career, I can say, with modeling and doing a lot of prints for brands like a Visa card, Paytm, Colgate, Patanjali, and stuff like that. And then because digital was building up at that time and it had pretty much blown out of proportion, I got into digital printing and digital modeling for brands like Bumble and stuff like that. And after that, I did a lot of commercials. Like I did commercials for like Bajaj bikes, for Swiggy, for Boomer, for Complan, for like Twitter, like loads of brands. And then I went for an acting workshop. It was a 12-day workshop. I went for it to Pondicherry, which is called Adi Shakti.
Wow.
Yeah. That's where I met a producer's brother because he was there as well. And I'm talking about Vikas Gupta. I met his
Ah,
younger brother, Siddharth Gupta.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he had told me, "Oh, you're a great actor. I'll talk to my brother about you." I'm like, "Sure." So when we came back to Bombay, Siddharth mentioned me to his brother, and that's how Vikas approached me for Punch Beat. And I kind of never thought that it was that big or it was that great a show for me to associate myself with. But when I read the script and then I read my character in it, I'm like, I can do so much with this character. You know what? Game on. Let me take this. And yeah, that's how my journey started.
That's interesting. That's very interesting actually. So Punch Beat has been loved quite a lot, and it's been a very popular show. And I think
Yes,
there's been a lot of talks and a lot of gossip and rumors about what's happening with season 2. Do you have an update on season 2?
we are currently shooting for season 2.
Oh, okay. Okay, are you allowed to
Yeah.
give me a little bit of a sneak peek about what we can expect from your character in season 2?
Oh, you're gonna. I'll give you an overlook of season 2 of Punch Beat. You're going to be in for a crazy journey. It's not hunky dory fairy tale, fairy lights, and a beautiful, colorful seahorse, unicorns, and around. There's gonna be nothing like that. It's crazy. It's mysterious. It's a thriller.
Oh, wow. So it's
Yeah.
gone from Student of the Year to what, Pretty Little Liars within what?
Uh,
Season?
it's gone from Student of the Year to Elite.
Oh, wow. Okay. That sounds really interesting. I think a lot of people who watch and follow Punch Beat will be very intrigued to see what happens next.
And let me just tell you, you're the first one to ever know about it.
Okay, wow. Okay, so not only am I honored to have you for your first UK interview, but you're also the first person. I'm also the first person to know about this, so I feel extremely privileged right now. So
Yeah,
thank you for
actually,
that.
you're like the only one to actually know about what season 2 is all about or the genre it's actually aiming at right now.
Wow, I can't wait. So I think that, but thank you for sharing that with us, Nikhil. But I was reading up actually in preparation for this interview as well, and I believe you're related to Nikki Walia. Is that true?
Right.
Oh, okay. So what
So
was
there was this really fun thing that happened on the first day of set of season 1.
okay?
So I didn't know she was casted as the dean of Rosewood High in Punch Beat.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that. And I reached the first day of set, first day of Punch Beat playing Adish. And I reach the set and I see my Masi there. And my mom's real sister is Nikki Bhalia. And
Mm.
she lives in London. She flies down to India for work.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, what is she doing in Bombay? And what is she doing on the sets of Punch Beat? So I was like, hi. She's like, surprise. I'm like, did you come here to surprise me or there's a bigger surprise to it? She's like, I'm playing Maya Chaudhary. And I'm like, what? Like you're playing the dean of Rosewood High? So it was an honor. I was excited. There was a mix of emotions. I was going crazy to know that I'm technically doing my debut with my own aunt.
Yes. I've actually met Nikki. I think once at a there was I think uh for a film channel. I think the Rishte Cineplex channel. I remember I met her at a boat party a couple of years back, and we had such a great conversation. She's just so brutally honest, and she's just so
Yeah, yeah,
raw.
yeah. It's scary how honest she is. It's
I
damn
love it.
scary.
I absolutely love her. I think she's so fab. I think that I was very pleasantly surprised to read up on that actually when I prepared for this interview. But I think
Yeah.
also Nikhil, you know, what was the reason for you not using her reference to sort of get your foot in the door, you know, in this industry? I mean, given the fact that
So,
it's a very tough
uh,
space.
so the thing was, when I started my journey, I actually thought or got the whole idea of acting because I used to go on set as a kid when my Masi was shooting.
Yeah.
I used to go on her sets, and that's when I got the whole idea that but I didn't want to be known as Nikki Walia's act as star kid. I wanted a recognition of my own and people to know. Then saying things like, "Oh, he's that actress is Nikki Walia's nephew." Honest with you, where I really thought, "Oh my god, I really want to use her name. It'll become so much more easier." But then I was like, no, I really want to do it by myself. And in the process, in the journey, when people come to know she's related to me or she's my aunt and all, then it's fine. But that wouldn't be my first step of.
So basically, I think yeah. So you didn't want to be bracketed as a star kid, and you didn't want to be known just as Nikki Walia's nephew. So that's why you didn't use a reference, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. What would you say is your greatest strengths as a person and as an actor, Nikhil?
Greatest strengths. Oh. Um, I look at every particular situation or deal with the situation in the most positive manner, even if it's a negative situation or something that is not very delightful.
Okay. And as an actor?
And as an actor, if I find a particular scene or dialogue to be really tough, I take it as a challenge and in my strive to give it my best and maybe one of the best shots than the rest of the scenes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, what would you say are your weaknesses and fears then, again, as an actor and as a person?
Weaknesses and fears. Okay. So me as a person, in my real life and not my real life, I have a fear of heights. I get
Oh,
really scared of heights. Yeah.
me too.
And you really?
I hate roller coasters for that reason. It's like I don't know how people find
No,
joy
I
on the loopy loop.
no, but I really like roller coasters. I don't have problem with roller coasters. I have problem with heights. Like I can't like bungee jump or stuff like that. I think I will get a heart attack. I can't do stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I get.
But yeah, so that's my fear. The real me. But when you talk about the real me on screen, my fear is looking at myself and not being satisfied with what I've done, or my director not being happy with me. I think it really upsets me when I've not had a very good day on set.
Right, right. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I believe you also used lockdown in a very, very progressive manner. I believe you used it to kind of sort of work on your physique and sort of polish up
Yeah.
your abs and stuff. So how was that for you? How was that whole experience for you?
Well, so while everyone else was going to therapists and thinking they've got into depressions, I took it in my strive to make it me time. And I worked on my body. Simultaneously, I learned how to cook. So that was the first time I ever entered a kitchen. And I made some exotic, some incredible dishes. So now I know how to cook as well. And yeah, it was a great journey. I feel it was an eye opener for every single person in this world. And the ironic part was you're rich, poor, thin, plumpy, fair, dark, like whoever, however you are, everyone was at a standstill and everyone needed to just be calm and do their thing.
Okay. But
So,
a lot of times when I see actors nowadays, I feel like there's a lot of undue pressure on them. Of like building a body, looking really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, it's good to look good for oneself and to feel confident and self-love, of course. But it almost seems like as if like it's become a formula now for like anyone who's an actor to kind of have those six-pack abs, basically look like a chocolate boy sort of hero kind of a thing. Would you agree with that as well? Would you agree it's become a bit of a formula?
I would agree to disagree. So I would say that yes, what you are saying is kind of right somewhere because you are looked from that point of view that, oh my god, okay, he's got a great body, he's got a great face, great hair, abs, a perfect hero, a perfect celebrity material, a perfect star material, right? But I just feel even if you have an average looking body, which I don't know what you call average, but if you think you have an average looking body and not a great body, and you work a lot more on your art and your talent, I think that should work for you.
Okay.
Because to be honest, I don't have like a great body. I have a lean, average, simple body, which I work a lot on to develop or kind of sustain. But I work a lot more on my craft because that's what will get me forward in life and not my body. After an age, your body will give up. If not at 30, maybe at 50. But what will remain with you is your talent and your art.
Sure, sure. And I think there's a lot of influence of reality actors nowadays as well.
I didn't want to go down that road, but yeah, Instagram and social media has put a lot more pressure on like today's newcomers or aspiring actors. And it's just that you look at your actors or like people, the actors you look up to, and you go like, damn, I have to make a body like that. Damn, I have to work out, I have to diet, I have to do that. But what about your art? What about your craft? Work on that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, speaking of reality shows, do you follow Big Boss at all? Or because I know one of your co-stars, I think Priyank Sharma, in the first
Yeah, yeah.
Punch Beat was.
Priyank Sharma has done Big Boss, yes, and I watched that season only for him. But
Really?
otherwise, I don't really follow Big Boss.
You don't follow Big Boss? Yeah,
To be
because I
honest,
think
in my defense, I don't watch TV.
why?
Uh, I mean, let me just put it this way: I watch shows and I watch like series and web series and stuff like that. I don't watch cable TV.
Okay, okay. Right. I know long-term plans nowadays is very difficult to sort of have because of the lockdown, because of the
You know,
unpredictability.
sorry to cut you, but lockdown is a very small part of it. I just feel in general, life is something that you should live every moment, every minute, and every day the way it comes. So, yes, of course, you are going to plan your future, you are going to have your future plans, but uh, live in the moment, enjoy what you have now.
Yeah. Yeah, as the title song of Kalhona Ho very rightfully conveys. So so obviously, like I was saying, because it's very difficult to sort of plan anyway, about what you
Right.
want to do in the future. But do you have any set goals or ambitions in mind as an actor and what you want to fulfill throughout your journey in the acting industry?
Mm, I wouldn't say a goal as such, but yeah, I do see myself being a very renowned, successful actor few years from now. And I do want a point in my life to come where I don't have to introduce myself as who I am. Like, I want people to be like, oh, so he's Nikhil Bhambri. Instead of doing like, hi, I am so and so, you are. Like, the day people know me by my name is the day I think I've arrived. So yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? When you actually, as a public figure and as someone, when you're speaking with someone who perhaps knows of your work and perhaps has seen of you, when you introduce
Right.
yourself as so and so, they kind of have a very weird reaction. It's like they have to act like they don't know you, or they kind
Yeah.
of know you. I don't know. Have you
And
ever had that before? Like, have you ever had that?
yes, I have. So there was this one girl who came up to me and she's like, hi, I'm Niharika and you are? And I'm like, I'm Nikhil Bhambri. She's like, of course I know you. I'm like, you know what? You don't have to act like you know me. It's fine. It's fine if you don't know me.
It's like just act calm, like keep cool.
Yeah,
Like,
just act normal. Just act like you are.
yeah, I think that's very a very true sort of point as well. But is there a particular dream sort of role that you have in mind, or like a sort of uh style of character that you're really itching to play?
I want to play a terrorist.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I'll be able to play that. I don't know if am I going to do justice or something like that. But that is something on my mind because that is something that I don't see myself playing. But I want to play a character like that.
Yeah, but I think that's the whole point, though, right? Because as an actor, you want to keep
You
sort of
you need to show your versatility. So yeah.
absolutely. Wow, that sounds all very fascinating. But I think Nikhil, having you on this UK exclusive interview with you, I think is a big, big pleasure. And the fact that you've actually revealed exclusive details about Punch Beat season 2, I think is gonna raise anticipation even more. And honestly, thank you so much for joining me. It's been such a joy.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and yeah, I was really excited for this interview. So I'm really happy it went through beautifully, and thank you so much for hosting me. It was an honor. It was
Thank you,
genuinely
Nikhil.
great.
And wishing you
Thank
all
you.
the
Thank you.
and wishing you all the very best as well for all future projects. And I can't wait to catch up with you then as well.
Yes, very, very soon again.
Fantastic.
Till then, take care. Bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye.